How's it going, everyone? So today I'm going to talk about how to eat carbs and lose weight. So I got this question from a subscriber, so we're going to go over that right now. Before we begin though, please click that subscribe button below if you guys haven't already. Also click on that notification bell too so you guys get all my newest videos. So we need to understand before we begin getting into the talk about the carbs, how do carbs actually work in our body? So after you consume carbs, your body breaks them down into smaller sugar units. They are then absorbed by your small intestine. So what happens then is your sugar enters the bloodstream, it travels to your liver, and it gets converted to glucose. That your body then carries that glucose throughout your body, and it provides you with energy. So that's basically how it works, you guys. Very easy, very simple to understand. There's different types of carbohydrates though. There's simple carbs, complex carbs, and then there's fibrous carbs as well. So the simple carbs are going to be like your pastries, your white bread, your juices, basically anything that gives you a rush of insulin. They're not good. You don't want those types of carbs. The next carbs are going to be complex carbohydrates, you guys. It's going to be like your yams, your brown rice, your beans, very complex carbohydrates, whole grain pasta. Now your super fibrous carbohydrates are going to be like all your veggies, like your broccoli and stuff like that. So the point here is that you want complex and fibrous carbohydrates. Those are the ones that you want. You want the complex carbs, you want the fibrous carbs. You do not want the simple sugars. So again, the foods that you want to be eating, these are the foods that I'm currently eating. I'm cutting weight right now. These are the foods that I'm eating for carbohydrates. I will have yams. I'll have 200 to 250 grams of yams per day. That's one of my meals. The other meal is going to have a carbohydrate with black beans. I love black beans. Super high in potassium, super high in fiber, super high in protein. Crazy good, no salt added. I get the beans with no salt added. And then my other meal is whole grain bread. I'll have 4 slices of bread. Now some of you are saying, bread on a cut? What are you talking about? It's whole grain bread. I get 8 grams of fiber from those 4. Actually, I get 12 grams of fiber for those 4 pieces of bread. So it fills me up for a long time. I have 2 chicken sandwiches. So yeah, those are the carbohydrates that I eat. I will also have strawberries and blueberries. Both are very fibrous carbs. Those are the vegetables you want. In my opinion, strawberries is probably the number one fruit that you can eat. Hands down, the number one fruit. Blueberries comes in second, in my opinion. Extremely high in antioxidants. You want strawberries, you want to eat blueberries. I also eat bananas too. I'll have 1 banana a day. Those are the carbohydrates you want. If your carbohydrates are white rice, white bread, maybe some cookies here and then, white potatoes, in my opinion, white potatoes aren't that good. So these are the carbohydrates you want. Mixed vegetables, you guys. Any veggies, tomato, red onions, those are the carbohydrates that you want. So those are the types of carbs that you want to be eating. Overall though, a calorie deficit is the main point, you guys. I can't stress this enough. If you're eating all these yams, all these healthy foods, but you're eating too much, you're not going to lose weight. But the chances of that happening when you're eating those foods, very, very unlikely. But still, it's good to kind of track your food. If you're noticing you're gaining too much weight, then just cut your portion sizes, or if you track your calories, limit your calories a little bit. People are going to ask me, does it matter when you eat your carbs? Does it matter if you eat them in the morning or at night? There has been a study done, a 6-month study, and it actually proved that people who ate most of their carbs at night lost more weight than the people that ate their carbs during the morning. Now here's the thing, it doesn't matter. It's total calories in versus total calories out. Me, I eat all my carbs at night, believe it or not. Right now I will have my chicken sandwiches. I'll have 80 grams of carbohydrates throughout the day up until about 3 p.m. That's when I'm done work. Anywhere from 2 to 3. From 3 onwards, I get in roughly 300 grams of carbohydrates. So all of my carbs, most of my carbs, 75% of my carbs come at nighttime. And I am dropping weight crazy fast, you good. My abs are looking pretty sweet. You guys can see them if you want. So I'm looking pretty lean. Not too bad. That just goes to show that you can lose weight eating carbs. I'm eating 380 grams of carbohydrates. You guys know that I do the garbage thing. I'm a garbage collector, so I do burn a lot of calories, so I need more carbohydrates, but carbs are not the enemy. There's different diet strategies as well too. People want to say high carbs, low carbs, ketogenic, intermittent fasting. Everyone has their own thing. In my opinion, find out what yours is. I have tried intermittent fasting. It's okay. I don't mind it. I've also tried keto. I tried keto before. I tried high carb. I tried low carb. I tried moderate protein, high fat, high protein, low fat. I've tried every single diet there is. And basically what I'll do is I get up at 5:30. I won't eat till 10 o'clock. And then I'll eat 10. I'll have one meal at 10. And then I won't eat again till 3. And then from 3 onwards I'll eat. So I guess it's a little bit of intermittent fasting if you want. Find out what works for you. Everyone is going to be different. Everyone's schedule is different. Everyone will work differently. You need to find out what works for you. Okay, I'm going to go over some other foods with you that I think I may have missed. Actually, no, I got all the carbohydrates. Maybe oats. You guys can add oats as well. And whole grain bread. I mean, I have said that. But so people want to know when to eat your carbs before a workout. What kind of carbs before a workout? This is a good question too. Again, I'm just kind of throwing in all the questions that I got asked. I made a little note sheet, and I'm just kind of going over all the questions. So 2 hours prior to a workout, you want complex carbohydrates. You want oats. You want beans. You want your yams. You want your whole grain bread. You want that 2 hours before. If you're going 1 hour before, you haven't ate yet, you're going in like half hour, an hour, you need simple carbohydrates. You need carbs that are going to kick in fast. So fruit, any type of fruit is good. Again, it's not complete simple sugars, but it is a faster sugar. So you want fruit, any fruit. Bagels are good. Cereal and milk, both are good. Those are simple sugars, you guys. Except for the fruit. The fruit is fructose. In its different category. Now let's talk about the foods that you want to avoid. White bread, cake, pastries, breakfast cereal. Those are the foods you don't want to eat. Basically, a way to tell if a carbohydrate is good or not is based on its fiber intake. If you see a carb that is loaded with carbohydrates yet has like 0 grams of fiber, it's a shitty carbohydrate unless it's rice. Brown rice doesn't have too much fiber, but it's still a good carbohydrate. So, a great way to try this experiment is look at yams. You'll see, okay, 35 grams of carbohydrates, 6 grams of fiber. That's a good complex carbohydrate. Look at whole grain bread. You got 25 grams of carbohydrates. It has 3 grams of fiber. That is good carbohydrate. That's a good complex carb. Look at your strawberries. 50 calories of strawberries, 3 grams of fiber. That is a good complex carbohydrate. Look at a bad simple carbohydrate. White bread, 110 calories. You're getting around 25 grams of carbohydrates. Fiber, 0. That is a bad one. Look at a cake or a pastry. It may have 50 grams of carbohydrates, 1 gram of fiber. That is a bad carbohydrate. Base it on your fiber intake, you guys. If it's medium to moderate in fiber, chances are it's a good carbohydrate. If it has no fiber in it or like 1 gram of fiber, it's a bad carbohydrate usually. So, end of video. Hopefully that did answer a ton of questions from you guys. Please subscribe to my channel if you guys haven't already. Like the video, share it. If you're interested in online personal training from me, you guys want to get shredded like me, get those 6-pack abs, my email is in the description box. Send me a quick email and we can go over pricing. Thanks, guys.